trading is all about the money, and I really have a passion about the money. Also, between coding and trading, there is a lot of similarities. Only trading give me a better salary, so that's why I picked up trading for my job.
Okay, now I'm trading slightly more than the 6 year, to be honest, around 7, but I was underage when I started to trade, so let's keep it at 6. I was a developer for the security companies, developing the algorithm to test the security of some programs like Windows. But in my country, I couldn't earn enough by doing just that, so I was trying to find something else. And I was thinking, okay, trading, it's same thing, it's just a math and a lot of work, and that's all. Plus, I love money. I have a different feelings about the money compared to the other people.
Well, who doesn't?
That feel natural to me to be a trader.
Trading was even better than I expected it to be because I have enough salary in reality to cover all my expenses and to live a normal life. And it's a job where I don't have a boss. I can work from anywhere I want. You can see that we are working all day from here, and only thing that I need is my laptop and the internet, and that's all I really need to have. So that's why I really like trading.
Great. So hedge fund that automatically rings a bell of millions of dollars. What's it like? Can you explain a little bit the feelings, maybe the pressure behind trading accounts that have millions of dollars on it?
I'm in this business for a long time, so I don't have that much stress anymore, but definitely it's great feeling when you make a large amount of the money on a daily basis, like making $10,000 or $100,000 in a day definitely is something that I can't explain. At least I feel great when I finish the day, when all the clients are satisfied. So I'm happy at the end of the day. I want to teach people every single week for the next, let's say, 3 to 6 months, how to trade and make money on their own.
The agreement that I have with my clients, I cannot reveal amount of money that I have, but I can say that I'm trading above 10 millions every single day.
I work in a lot of different companies, starting from hedge funds, bank, trading floors, and I figured out that every single big institution use the Elliott wave. They won't share too much that info, but every single one of them have the Elliott wave department.
I'm pretty much the aggressive type of a trader that want and trade everything that can get his hand on. For example, I trade the Forex, stocks, commodities, futures all day long because that's what I love, and I don't need to worry if, for example, I'm going to miss the trading opportunity for a day because there is too much opportunities in the market these days. In reality, I'm more technical trader, so I don't pay so much attention on the news that are coming all day long, because I know if I do my job right and I apply a little wave, if I'm right, the news will follow my forecast, so I don't need to worry about that. Only thing I like to have is the time when news are going to come, so just to be aware that I should be a little bit careful then, and I should be around to see if I'm wrong, so I can easily fix my mistake. I'm more or less using the both styles because depends from the time of the year. For example, during the summer, I like to go and move my approach to the swing trading because I want to have a more free time for myself to spend on the beach. But during the winter, when there is not too much thing to do and the market is good, I really like to day trade and to take 2, 3, or 4 positions per day. So that's why I like to combine these two trading styles.
I figured out that people want something that is easy to follow. And you know that I work a lot and I wanted to cut my own working time. So what I did was try to find a system that is more or less semi-automated, so that will allow me to have a little bit more free time for myself.
Whenever I find the free time, I like to go to massage or walk on the beach because I have a nice view at the sea from my balcony.
My day is full of work because I wake up around 6 a.m. and start doing some forecasts and preparing my trading plan for that day. I prepare my plan for each session. So first of all, I'm based in the Europe, so I'm mostly focusing on the London session, and at the 6 a.m. I start preparing my plan for the UK and the US session. Of course, I don't start trading right away. When I made a plan, I want to see a few things. For example, if euro is going to go here, and then I know if euro do this, I can do that. So I make the things that I need to pay attention on my screen. Also, I make alerts on my platform, so I don't need to constantly watch my monitors.
Now, speaking of your students, some of your ex-students, they now work in some of the big hedge funds, right?
I pulled a few strings, I say, and yet I think right now we have 5 students that show me that they worth my time, and I can vouch for them. They are working in 2 banks and 3 hedge funds that my friends own. I'm always there to help people that show me that they worth my time. And I think that's really great for the people that don't have the large account.
Sure, I started my trading career really young. Back when I was in high school, it was a lot of ups and downs for me to be honest. It was not so easy as a lot of brokers advertise. So, but I think that at the end, all hard work I put in this job at the end paid up really good. A lot of people say I was destined to be a trader because I always had a passion for money, but a lot of my friends was also really shocked with the trading, trading because I never ever traded before, but because I was a C++ developer. But just by mistake, I clicked on the YouTube video of the Wall Street Warriors TV show, and I really fell in love with Timothy Sykes and his story to become a successful trader. And after I watched that, I just said to myself, none of them is smarter than you, so why you can't do it? And that's really how I started to trade. And like everyone else, I had a small account, like $500, and at the start, and let's say right now it's just 6 years later, I'm trading a small fund that have more money I have ever dreamed. I can't say a number since my clients like to keep their privacy, but I can say that my average client have a 6-figures account. For my first trade, I think it was the Euro USD because everyone was talking about the Euro USD. I saw some sort of, if I remember correctly, the head and shoulders pattern on a smaller time frame, like a 1-minute chart. It was more just lucky trade for me, but I managed to make a few dollars. But it was the first trade, and when you see your first live trade, it's a little bit always, how to say this, emotional. And when you see your account in green, you just hit the close button, and instead of waiting for the right moment in the time to close it with much larger profit. But I think that in trading, I can really say a big thanks to my grandfather, because he told me when I was 8 years old that one really great quote, that you can achieve everything if you give your best, and if you fail today, just try harder tomorrow. And I followed that, let's say, quote every single day. And if I fail today and lose money in market, I just have another day in front of me to recover and make more money. And that's more or less basically how I started. So it's just by mistake I found about the trading, and I figured out that I can make money from that because I love them. I love to develop, and since I was let's say specialized for building algorithmic security softwares, trading was more or less really easy for me. It's technically speaking a little bit hard for me to talk about this subject because I don't want to remember, but for you, I'll do it, don't worry. Like, I think it was 2 years after I started to trade, the first time I grew my trading account to some normal number like 50,000. I remember finishing 2010 with account above $50,000. Now, that was a lot of money for me, and I was feel full of myself, and I was thinking that there's not a chance that I can lose money. So I wanted to go to some party with the friends, but I seen a trade coming up, and okay, we live in a modern age, so I said, okay, I'm going to use just the phone and I'm going to place the trade. But instead of putting the trade with only one lot that I wanted originally, for some reason I executed a 10 lot trade. Ooh. And at the time when I went back home from the party, I think that my account was down nearly $20,000.
The most common mistakes that I see, especially the new traders make, are taking too much risk and trading without the stop loss, or even worse, trading without the strategy. Because if you want to go, let's say, from the point A to the point B with your car, for example, if you want to go somewhere, you need to have a map that you're going to follow. And in trading, it's the same thing. If you want to become a successful trader, you need to have the plan or a map that will guide you towards your success. So if you want to become a successful trader, first of all, you need to have a defined risk. After it, you need to have a trading strategy that works and that have rules that you can follow. If you find a strategy that will give you 50 or 60% winning rate, you will make money at the end of the week and at the end of the month for sure. Try to practice first for at least a few days, or better say a few weeks, on the demo account, and when you think you're ready, you can go and try with a small real account the same process, and only when you prove to yourself for at least 1 month that you can make money on the real market, you can go and invest a little bit more in your trading account.